So back in the day, I got huge and I wanted to get lean and I tried intermittent fasting. And it worked very well. I did get lean. But I also realized something else. Fasting opened a new door in my life, a door that should be opened in everyone. In fact, that door is the reason why you are a human being. Being a human, there is there is a primary duty of every human. Okay, all these things that you've been taught that you need to study and you need to get a job and that you need to have a family and then watch your children grow up and then retire and then die. All these things are secondary. The primary reason to be a human, the primary duty of being a human being, is to realize God, is to realize yourself, is to crush the ego. If you're not doing this, seriously, I don't care how well you're doing, you're not using your life for what it's supposed to be. As harsh as that may sound, it's true. Whether you can accept it or not is a different thing. But fasting opened this door for me. And it did that in a very weird way because up until that time, before I would start to fast, initially when I was going to start fasting, I was really scared because I was under the impression that if I fast, if I don't eat food, I'm going to lose muscle. And I was terrified of losing muscle. I didn't want to lose muscle at all. Okay, because I built my entire ego. My entire ego was attached to this identity of mine. Right? I had made this identity. Karan means this big muscular guy. So I didn't want to lose that at all. So I was very unsure about fasting, but I said, it's okay. I'm just going to give it a try. I gave it a try, and you know what? I didn't lose muscle. I lost only fat, but I also gained spiritual understanding. Not as much as I'd like at that point, but it still definitely opened my eyes to a realm that most people are completely blind to. Okay. And whatever it is, whether it is holding your breath, whether it is fasting from even drinking water, which is dry fasting, which is going to be happening right now because it's time for Ramadan, or whether it is fasting from food or it is celibacy, all these things have one thing in common. It requires you to refrain from the things of this world. It requires you to refrain from indulgence. And this is so important because by doing this, you are exercising the one thing that inherently makes you human. You see, animals can't refrain on purpose. If they're sick, they will automatically not want to eat. Okay, but they cannot voluntarily decide to fast. They cannot voluntarily decide to exercise. They cannot voluntarily decide to hold their breath. The only way they're going to hold their breath is if you throw them inside water and if they need to hold their breath. They can't hold their breath just to get better at holding their breath. You get what I mean. Fasting is going to teach you how blindly people just keep eating and how much better your body performs when you allow the digestive system to shut down for some time, which is actually the physical benefits of fasting. Okay, so let's talk about the physical benefits actually, because and most probably most people are just interested in that. So it's going to allow your gut bacteria to flourish because for once your digestive system gets to shut down. It's going to allow your skin to get clear. It's going to allow you and your hair to get better. It's going to allow you to slow down the aging process because when you stop eating food, your body essentially just eats itself up and it starts by eating the old worn out cells, the stuff that you don't want, which is a very good thing, right? It's going to keep you younger for longer. It can also pretty much reverse aging for some point, and it's also going to make you have more energy because you're allowing your body to use fat. You're going to get more insulin sensitive. The more insulin sensitive you are, the more energy you're going to have. In other words, I'm just encouraging everybody over here to try fasting. Okay. One of the easiest ways you can do it is to end your dinner early, somewhere around sunset, and then eat straight away around late morning, around 4 hours after you wake up. Preferably, even stop drinking water after your last meal, which will make the fast even better because when you stop drinking water, you get into the fast state even deeper. It's like 1 hour of dry fasting is equivalent to 3 hours of water fasting, which means if you stop drinking water, you're just going to get more out of the fast. Okay, it takes some getting used to, but definitely something that you should try. It's going to allow you to sleep deeper because you can only repair a car when it's not moving, right? But when your digestive system is on, it's like a moving car, so you can't repair it. But when the digestive system is off, you get to repair the car because it's standing still, and that's what we need to do while we sleep. So it's going to make your sleep better. Okay, and besides this, really actually aim to fast with an open mind because it's going to open new doors, especially if you have a longer fast. If you're able to fast for a complete day, around 24 hours, that is really going to open your eyes. You're going to realize how your emotions usually get the better of you, how your impulses usually get the better of you, and how you actually have the ability to deal with this by not being swayed by it because you refrain from the impulse. In this case, it's hunger. If you can refrain from that, you can refrain similarly from every other emotion, whether it's anger, whether it's sadness. You will be able to see your ego for what it is. Of course, don't expect to just fast once and suddenly become enlightened. It's not going to work like that. It happens over time. You have to consistently do it, which is not surprising. Anything good, people expect magic today. They want instant results, but it's all about consistently doing something again and again and again, not necessarily too much at one time, but just a little repeatedly. Anyway, I hope this encourages you to at least try and incorporate fasting somewhere in your life. At least think about it. And you definitely do like this video if you found any sense in it. Do subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see more about. Okay. And always, always prefer the truth. Peace.